This is Greg Dooley inside Schembeckler Hall at the Towsley Family Museum, and this is the M. Victor's History Show.
Right now, the Midwest is getting pounded by a snowstorm, and this brings to mind one of the most significant games in Michigan and Ohio State football history. And I'm talking, of course, about the 1950 Snow Bowl. And the lead in the Snow Bowl was, of course, the weather and the conditions, but this was much more than just a crazy game played in the snow. It had a bunch of subplots and postplots that really were important to the history of both these teams. And I want to talk about that today. So thanks to Underground Printing for supporting this show. If you want to support the show or help, subscribe to these to my YouTube channel, share these videos, and send your feedback and questions. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and your questions might be the topic for a future episode. All right, so let's get into the Snow Bowl a little bit. One of the backdrops of the game is the conference standings, and right now Michigan's in third place behind Ohio State and Illinois. Michigan's lost a game to Illinois, tied a game against Minnesota, also lost to Michigan State in the season opener, but Michigan State's not in the conference yet. So Michigan sits in third place. And as it happens, if they beat Ohio State and Illinois loses its game against Northwestern, Michigan goes to the Rose Bowl. So this is still a period when we're playing the game after Thanksgiving. And then, of course, we went away from that and went back to it more recently. But so on Thanksgiving Day in the Midwest, the temperature drops suddenly about 40 degrees. And what you have are two weather systems. You have an Arctic blast coming down, of course, from the north, and you have this big surge of Atlantic moisture coming in from the south. And it drops 2 feet of snow in a huge swath of area across the country, primarily in the Midwest. And basically the world shuts down, games are canceled, all that kind of good stuff. And heading into this one, Michigan makes the trip, but there is question whether they're even going to bother to play this game. But of course, if we don't play the game, Ohio State is going to remain where they are in the standings, and they're going to go to the Rose Bowl. So there's a meeting between the Ohio State coach Wes Fessler, Benny Oosterbaan, the Michigan coach, and then the ADs, Fritz Kreisler, and Ohio State's Dick Larkin. And Kreisler pushes really hard, who's a very powerful guy, very influential on the rules committee and all that good stuff. And they decide, of course, to or persuade everyone to actually play the game. Somehow 50,000 fans make it to the game, and they wait underneath Ohio Stadium, the stands, to take their seats, waiting for this decision, which was ultimately, we're gonna go ahead and play the game. So they clear the stands, they clear as much of the field. You can see guys with shovels in some of the shots in the back of the end zone, clearing off yard markers and things like that. And they give this a go, and the only strategy really is maybe run a play or two and then punt the ball away so as to not, turn over the ball and lose the game. So the big play comes. Ohio State's up 3-2, and they got 3rd and 6 at the Ohio State 13, and the Buckeye coach Wes Fessler tells their superstar Vic Janowicz, who is the Heisman Trophy winner, to punt. And with 47 seconds remaining in the half, they probably could have ran out the clock, ran another play, then punted or something, because it's almost impossible to move the ball. But Michigan breaks through, blocks the punt, and scores. And that's it for the game. It ends in a 9-3 Michigan win. And oh, by the way, Northwestern upsets Illinois, and suddenly Michigan's heading to the Rose Bowl. So I have to mention a few of the stats from the game. Total offense, Ohio State 41 yards, Michigan 27. Ohio State, with their superstar Vic Janowicz, he actually tried 18 passes, but completed just 3 of them for 25 yards. Punts, they punted a combined 45 times. There were 10 fumbles, and this is the most amazing one. Michigan had 0 first downs in the entire game and won 9-3. One of the funny subplots is with the marching band, and the Ohio State marching band was there. And there was an article, I guess, in Life magazine that claimed Michigan had the best band. And of course, Ohio State wanted to show, that they're the best damn band in the land, as they like to call themselves today. And they certainly have mad skills today. No one's denying that. But anyway, they tried to get out there and perform, but like all the mouthpieces were frozen on their instruments. And so they kind of came out silently. They formed a formation of a Buckeye leaf, and someone had a tape of a previous recording of the band, and they just blasted that over the loudspeakers. So I'm not sure if they got the respect they wanted, but they certainly get points for effort there. So a couple interesting postscripts here. So first of all, from Michigan goes to the Rose Bowl, and they play Cal, and they're losing 6-0 at the end of the third quarter and come back and win the game. Cal was undefeated. They were 9-0-1 heading into the game, and it's a big win. Michigan ends up ranked in the top 10 after this really slow start, and it really caps one of the most amazing seasons in Michigan history. Interesting that the Rose Bowl win, though, isn't the most significant win of the year, and that for so many reasons, that of course is the game we're talking about, the Snow Bowl. For Ohio State, not such a rosy ending, but the way things turned out, maybe not so bad. So they end up firing Coach Wes Fessler after the season, and part of it was because of the criticism he got for trying to do that punt at the end of the second quarter, which ended up getting blocked and really cost him the game. But his replacement, Woody Hayes. And of course, we know the legend of Woody, and we know that really it was through Woody that Bo ended up at Michigan. All right, so that's the Snow Bowl. Hope you enjoyed that. Again, if you like this stuff, subscribe, send me your feedback, and thanks again to my friends at Underground Printing. And for the M. Victor's History Show, this is Greg Dooley, and I'll talk to you soon.